All right, here's the second part of lesson 6-3. So we're not going to rewrite the essential question or the vocab or any of that because it's all the same. This is still the same lesson. I just decided to break it up into 2 videos so it wasn't overwhelming. So like I said, you can do this homework on the back, or if you had space below yesterday's homework, you can do it underneath. It does not need to be done on a separate sheet of paper since it is the same lesson. So now we're going from improper fractions to mixed numbers. And here is a really quick example of how to do that. All right, we have example number 1. So what we do when we change improper fractions to mixed numbers is we divide. Remember, I said the numerator always goes inside. So I have 11 divided by 4. Okay? And in this case, since it's an improper fraction and the numerator is greater than the denominator, the bigger number is inside. Okay? But even in a proper fraction, when the numerator is smaller, you still have to put the numerator inside. All right, so we say, can 4 go into 1? No, it cannot. How many times does 4 go into 11? It goes in 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8, with 3 left over. And we stop there because we don't want a decimal. We want a mixed number. If we wanted to have a decimal as our answer, we would add a decimal to the 3 and a 0, and we would keep on dividing, but we don't. We want a mixed number. So we stop there, and we use what we have to make a mixed number. Now, this is my whole number. So 2 is my whole number. My numerator is how much I have left over, my remainder, which is 3. And my denominator stays the same. My denominator was 4, and it is still 4. So my mixed number is 2 3/4. And I'm sure some of you might have heard of something called Around the World. Would look something like that. And that is how you would get your mixed number. So you have your whole number up top as your quotient. Your remainder is your numerator. And your denominator is the same as it was. Example number 2. Numerator goes inside. Denominator outside. 35 divided by 9. And then we divide. Can 9 go into 3? And we know it cannot. And then we say how many times can 9 go into 35? And it can go in 3 times, which is 27. And I have 8 left over when I subtract. So I use these numbers to make my mixed number. This is my whole number. The remainder is my numerator. And denominator stays the same. So 3 8/9. Example number 3. Numerator inside, denominator outside. 3 cannot go into 1. 3 goes into 10. 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. We have 1 left over. And now we make our mixed number. Whole number. Numerator. Denominator. 3 1/3. All right, our last example, 12/9. We divide again. 9 cannot go into 1. 9 goes into 12 one time. We get 3 left over, and we can make our mixed number. This is my whole number. Numerator. Denominator. 1 3/9. 3/9 can be reduced though, because 3 and 9 can both be divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So in its simplest form, I have 1, I keep my whole number, I didn't change that, and 1/3. Okay, here are your 3 practice problems, changing all 3 of these to mixed numbers. We just divide using the quotient as the whole number, the remainder as the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. Write down a word problem or a question and rate your understanding.